Hello there everybody, this is TubeMix, or either will do, and welcome to TubeMix's album reviews. And today I'm going to be reviewing Roberta Flack's Killing Me Softly. One of my favourite female artists, such a lovely relaxing voice. You may know her for, Killing Me Softly with this song, for which is the title track of this album. And you may also know her duets with P.S I and Donny Hathaway, with singles such as Where Is the Love, The Closer I Get to You, and Tonight I Celebrate My Love. So without further ado, as the old phrase says, run VT. So I've just finished listening to track 1, and it's Killing Me Softly, with his song written by Charles Fox and Norman Gimbel. I'll give you a fact actually, even though of course the first name that people would come to mind, probably along with the Fugees, depending on when you were born and what's your era, is Roberta Flack, but originally it was recorded by Laurie Lieberman, whose version is just as fabulous. And yeah, she's not very well known at all. Never had a hit over here, unlike Roberta Flack. I mean, if you think of Roberta Flack along with the duets, like I said, with P.S I and Donny Hathaway, and that's probably the first song you would think that would come in your mind about her. And it's just a very relaxing song, really beautiful song. Lots of double tracking, I think, so making it sound like there's loads of Roberta Flacks basically, and they're all lots of reverb on it as well. It's just a really relaxing track, and generally Roberta Flack with her voice, for those of you who know me personally, you'll know that I don't really like people with lots of power in their voice. And Roberta Flack doesn't do any of that because there's no need. She's got a very soft, soulful voice. And definitely if you're stressed or something, just pop this track on and it will immediately relax you. Put my teeth back in, Will. And it certainly would me, and it's just a fantastic, gorgeous, beautiful track. And yes, right, let's move on to track 2. So I've just finished listening to track 2. It's called Jessie, and it's written by, I don't know if I pronounced his name right, but Janice Ian. I don't know, it's quite a funny name, isn't it? But maybe I pronounced it wrong. Anyway, beautiful song. It's about somebody who's missing their lover. I suppose it could be that, but it could also be someone who's lost somebody. I think it would work for both. a really, really beautiful song. I think a song that would actually suit people like Frank Sinatra. You know, it's like something straight out of the Great American Songbook that those great crooners could have done. Just such a great song. It just made me stop and think that's a sign of a really good song, and just really beautiful with the strings and stuff. Yeah, it might make you weep, but yeah, that's not a bad thing in a song, and yeah, just stunning, really stunning. Right, on to track 3 next. So I've just finished listening to track 3 and it's called No Tears in the End. Now, I thought it was going to be a slow one, but no, it's a really soulful number. It made me thought of, well, the Reverend Al Green, bits of him, Stevie Wonder, Andrew True connections, more. Lots of songs, still calling the Gang's Jungle Boogie a bit as well. Very, very good song. I think a song I'll be coming back to, to listen to. Originally recorded by the Main Ingredient, who had a hit over here with Just Don't Want to Be Lonely. Of course, you might know that as later a hit for the reggae singer Freddie McGregor. And yeah, fantastic song. This one was written by Ralph McDonald and William Salter, who also wrote When You Smile, which we'll come on to on this album, which is a very departure and not what I would think as a typical Roberta Flack song. Anyway, more on that later. But this song, yeah, it's great. The backing vocals are great. The bass is great. The horns on it. It's just a really fantastic track, and one that I'll be coming back to again. Yeah, you would think in the title, I've already said this, but you would think that it would be a slow one, wouldn't you? You'd think it'd be some dreary ballad, but no, it's a really good song, and I'm definitely going to be coming back to this one. Right, time to move on to the next track. So I've just finished listening to track 4 and it's called I'm the Girl, and it's another slow one. I get the feeling that there is going to be a lot of slow ones on this album, but that's fine. Roberta's voice is perfect for that. So yeah, it's written by James Allen Shelton, and yes, it's beautiful orchestral arrangement again, with Roberta Flack on piano as well as vocals as well. And in fact, that's what the album cover of Killing Me Softly is. It's her performing at the piano and singing. So yeah, she's pretty much doing on the cover what she's doing on this album. And yeah, not really much to say, but just gorgeous and stunning orchestration, and yeah, fantastic track. Right, let's move to the next one. So I've just finished listening to track 5 and it's called River, written by Gene McDaniels, and it's not a slow one, this one. And it's definitely not Joni Mitchell's River. No, completely different song and feel entirely. It's a very groovy track, I think, and it's the kind of one that if you were to play at a festival, if you the mixing desk as a DJ, then it would get the crowd, swaying, I think, moving their arms too, and doing a little dance. It's a really good song. I think I'll be coming back to this one. Not many tracks, so if I'm honest, I'll be revisiting on this album, but River will definitely be one of them. Right, let's move on to the next track. Right, I've just finished listening to track 6, and it's the very oddly named Conversational Love. And yes, it's a really fantastic track. Again, I think I'll be revisiting this one. It reminded me of the Love Unlimited Orchestra and Barry White, I think, in the sound of this. Immediately, that's what came immediately to me. Sorry, put my teeth back in again. And yes, it's just a really joyous track. And yeah, I think I will be revisiting this. Yeah, if you like Love's theme by the Love Unlimited Orchestra or by the vocal group Love Unlimited, then you'll love this. Yeah, I think you definitely most will. Right, let's move on. Right, I've just finished listening to track 7, and it's called When You Smile, another William Salter and Ralph McDonald song, and I actually just realised they wrote just the two of us, which was recorded by, of course, by Bill Withers and Grover Washington Jr. Anyway, back to this song. I first discovered this song by when it was played on the radio, but Dame Shirley Bassey's version, which is a very jazzy version, and this is slower than that version, but still in the jazz mold, I suppose. I suppose it's got the beat of Sweet Caroline or Razzle Dazzle from Chicago a little bit. Yeah, it's a really good song, actually. I think it would get the crowd swaying, and you know, it is a song that will stay stuck in your head. Actually, it's one of the songs that I had played before, because not many songs from this album. Killing Me Softly, I know I've definitely played that, and When You Smile I have as well. So yes, I had heard it before, and yes, it's Roberta Flack doing a jazz song. I don't think of her as a jazz singer, but she does have the voice for it. She would fit very well with a jazz song, but I tend to think of her as a soul and disco singer, I suppose, and R&B. Yeah, it's a really good song. It will get stuck in your head. But that's a really good thing about a song. It's memorable, and you'll be singing after you listen to it. Right, so let's move on to the final track. And so we come to the final track, a really surprising cover, to be honest, of Leonard Cohen's Suzanne. And let me tell you, it's much livelier than I thought. I thought it was going to be slow and very simple, like Leonard Cohen's version of Suzanne. But it's not, it's much livelier. But that's not difficult because, in my opinion, Leonard Cohen is the vocal version of an anaesthetic, and immediately can cure your insomnia. Sorry, put my teeth back in. Insomnia. There we go. Basically, to make you go to sleep. Anyway, yes, it's an interesting rendition, and you know, I like the strings in the middle of it. Yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, you wouldn't really expect Roberta Flack to be singing a Leonard Cohen song, would you? But yeah, it's completely different, as from the man himself, as you'd expect. Would it be a song I'd revisit? Not sure. I do think it's a good one, but worth revisiting? Not sure. But yeah, it's a great track. And, well, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you've liked this video, feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe to the TubeMix YouTube channel. And I will be back with the next episode of TubeMix album reviews next Saturday. And yes, sorry it's been a long time since you've heard from me. After the Winter Olympics and Winter Paralympics, I just thought rather than have a break, go and then come back and then go again, I just thought it'd be better to just have a long break and then come back re-energized, which I am. And yes, and I'm really looking forward to doing the next episode of TubeMix album reviews. And hopefully, if you're new for the first time, hopefully you'll join me in these journeys throughout various albums and artists and why I like them, and tell you some facts about it as well. And yeah, so hopefully you'll join me. And if you want to, feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe to the TubeMix YouTube channel. As I said, right, I will see you next time. Bye bye.